Okay, good morning. It is Friday and we are going to all the palaces and we're gonna do the Hanbok and it's gonna be awesome. It's kind of cold. I have on the new lip shade that the lady recommended and yeah, it's really cold. I'm waiting on all my peoples. They're inside taking very long, but we walked to the first gate. It is on the outskirts of the city, kind of close to the station, and we were able to see a little more of the palaces. Like I said before, I really enjoy the architecture. It's so beautiful. I love the pops of green and blue in all the architecture in this country. It's so beautiful and I could stare at it all day. I wish Japan had this. After looking at this palace, we ended up walking to another one. It was a bit of a far walk, but it is doable, mostly flat, so that was really good, especially because all of Korea is just hills. But it was mostly flat and they had these cute little installations nearby with this really nice little river walk. It was super cute. And then we ended up finding ourselves to the main palace. The main palace is right next to the American Embassy. There is a huge statue of Sejong, King Sejong, and there's traffic everywhere. I think it was really weird for them to put this place right there, like put traffic right next to the palace. But we went to a very popular hanbok shop that we found on Instagram, that Sienna found on Instagram, and we were able to rent our hanboks and put them on, and they had staff that helped you put them on and everything. You do get entry free if you wear the hanbok or the male's like get up. So a lot of people were like signing up to do the hanbok so they can get into the palace for free. I believe it was like $10 to go in if you didn't have that on. It is not a necessity, you don't have to. This palace is massive too, so plenty of things to see. 다시 어둠으로 떨어지려 해. 할 일 없이 난 방황 안에 숨을 뱉어봐도 더 이상 예전 같지 않아. 긴 시간은 지내 몸을 기다려. Okay, so we have our hanbok on and we're so pretty. We look like princesses. We're gonna walk around a little bit and then I'm hungry. My stomach is talking to me already. So it's time to eat. It's time for food. But We're so beautiful. Ah. Yeah, and then Michael's really handsome. He doesn't think he is, but he is. We got a lot of really nice photos. I highly recommend coming early because there's so many people. Yeah, if you can come when it first opens. The Hanbok place that we went to actually is advertised on Instagram a lot. I'll try to find the page and put it at the bottom or something so you guys can find it. He speaks English. The people in there speak English, but it's busy. It is tourist central, so get there as early as you can. He has a point where you can like book reservations. Do that if you can.
That's only for photography.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
First come, first serve.
First come, first serve for photography for him. We have our own photographer, Brennan, and he's wonderful. So yeah, we're gonna walk around a little bit and then we're gonna get some food because I'm hungry. After exploring the palace, we did end up getting hungry, but we wanted to stay and see the change of the guard, and it was really interesting. It happens right out front of the palace, right in the front, and you get to see them walking. They walk, they circle a bunch of times, and then they have like a mini performance where they like check their weapons and make sure that their weapons are good, and it was just a really good representation of the Korean culture here. So I really enjoyed it, but we were really hungry, like I said. So after we took our hanbok off, we ended up going a few blocks over to this side street with a lot of different food restaurants, and it was so crazy. There was food everywhere. So I think our biggest issue was we didn't know which one to choose, but we ended up choosing this really nice place. I don't remember the name, but the street is packed, so you will find something to eat. The food was amazing. Oh my god, it was so much food. I thought the portion sizes would be a lot smaller. They were massive, so we did have a lot to eat. I think we were more than full afterwards. After that, we did walk over to another temple, and this temple had the same colorful getup as the first temple that we went to a few videos ago, and I didn't film a whole lot because they were actually in the process of like worshiping, and I kind of feel like I don't want to like film them worshiping. Like that's kind of weird, but it was really pretty. It was all set up to be like a festival. And then after that, we ended up walking to a shop that is completely handmade. Every store in this shop area district is handmade. It was so cool. We were able to make bags. I got some really cute earrings, and the things are a bit pricey, so I will say that things are pricey here, but because these people are literally sitting here making them all day, making these items, it's completely worth it. So I will say that when I come back to Korea, I do want to come back here and like look around a little bit more and like buy more things. This place is not good if you are a hoarder, because I was like, oh, I need that and I need that. So yeah, after that, we ended up just going to grab some coffee and then making our way home. The next day, we ended up going to the National Prison Museum that was a hold for Korean prisoners. It was the whole Japanese takeover. It was very detailed. Some of the dummies that were in the like displays were terrifying. So if you don't like that, don't do it. The only downside I would say about this museum is that the main part of the museum did have English, but once you branch out to the other like cells and the smaller areas, there wasn't any English like translation, so we couldn't know what was happening in these rooms. And I was actually quite interested to figure out like why some places had like actual people in them and stuff like that. So hopefully if I ever get popular and they see this video, they will add English translations to the rest of their museum, because I really think they would benefit from that. After this, I ended up going to the Loteria by myself. I wanted to try it. Everyone else went to go climb a mountain, and y'all know me, I don't do mountains. But I went to try Loteria, and it was okay. Like, I understand why it's a big deal, but like, I prefer McDonald's. So it was okay for what it was. We have a few here in Japan, but I've never eaten there because I didn't know what it was. But now that I know what it is, I will say that I will go in there if I'm like dire and need some food. Okay, so I completely forgot to do a tour of this Airbnb for y'all because we just came in and started rolling. So it's a mess because we've been here for 9 days, 8 days. So my bad. Sorry, bro. This is the front door. It looks nice. You gotta take your shoes off. We have our trash set up. And then there's this tiny little couch situation. There is no TV. This is the bathroom. Someone's in there. And then we've got Brennan sitting beautifully. Our kitchen table, which is right next to the kitchen. The only thing I don't like about this kitchen is why is this chair so close to this burner? You would die if there was 4 people in this house. Anyway, this is where the appliances live. And then we've got the room that I'm sleeping in. That's the bed I'm sleeping in at the bottom. Brennan's sleeping at the top. And this is how it is. There is an air conditioner in here, but there's no heating with that air conditioner because the floor is heated. So that was fun. And then we have Sienna and Michael's room. There's Michael sitting peacefully in his natural habitat. There's 2 beds in here that look like they can fit about 2 people per bed. And we don't have much of a view, but I'll take you outside so you can see that. And I won't take you in the bathroom because I'll just explain that in another video if I do another video. This is the outside. It's pretty decent out here. We also have one of those keypads. It's really cool. So, yeah. Later on that night, we ended up finding this huge Hanbok store. I think I'm saying that right. And I was able to pick up some souvenirs for some friends, and I got to try some of my own. I really like the chocolate churro kind. It was really delicious. And then after that, we ended up walking through this area so that we can get to our Nanta show. So I couldn't film the Nanta show at all. But luckily, my dear friend Sienna was able to get a picture so that I could at least show y'all the like people. Basically, it is like a Blue Man show meets like garage band. It was really, really good, and it was really, really funny, and I really enjoyed like the comedy. It's almost like slapstick comedy, and it's not spoken, so everything is just done with words. And it's good because that makes it easy for people, even children, to understand. Okay, so I am leaving. I'm by myself. We have staggering departure times, so I'm going to the airport a little bit before them. My bag is kind of heavy. Not really, but heavy for me, so I don't want to struggle. And then Sienna wasn't feeling very well, so hopefully she feels better. But I wanted to take a minute to thank them, Sienna and Michael, for like planning this trip, because there's no way I wouldn't have been able to do this. Nope. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the station, and the next time you guys see me, I will be in Japan. Hi, Editing Autumn here. I just wanted to pause the video really quickly and just quickly say that if you are coming to South Korea, please invest in a WOW Pass. It's about $5 to $10 to get the actual card itself, but it does work as a debit card and a train and bus pass. So it is literally the best thing ever, and I really wish that Japan would get on the same vibe because this thing is amazing. There's also an online portion of it so that you can load it up with your currency of your choice. So if you're putting US to won, you can do that. It's really good, and it does help that the entire of South Korea uses cards. Even small mom and pop shops were using cards, so they accept this card there. Okay, have a good day. Bye.